Welcome to Fight Nomad podcast, episode number 4. In this podcast, I talk to you about my other passion besides martial arts, which is location-independent entrepreneurship. In other words, building a business online that gives you lifestyle freedom. In other words, creating a life where you are no longer exchanging your time for money and you can work whenever you want, wherever you want. Now, of course, those of you who are part of this program, you're all in various stages of this. Like some of you have already achieved this, some of you are not there yet, are working 9 to 5s. Everyone is at a different stage. And I'm at a different stage as well. But I think what we all have in common is that we have that growth mindset. We're looking to get to the next level while also appreciating what we currently have. So I am currently filming this in a hotel room in Bangkok. Last time I recorded this podcast episode, I was on Koh Phangan Island, and now it is a week later, and I am in Bangkok. In between now and last week on Koh Phangan, I was also on Samui Island for a couple days. During this time, I have had a lot of money come in via different ways. I've gotten paid to be a boxing fight commentator, which I actually have never done that before, but because I have this large online presence as a Muay Thai fighter and someone who loves boxing and all striking arts, that was enough credibility for the promoter. And so I got paid for that. I got paid to create content for different gyms. Like for example, while I was traveling through Samui, I got to visit Punch It Muay Thai Gym and created a video for them, and it's been performing very well. I was also compensated for that. I've gotten new students into my coaching program. We've had 2 new students come in. And also because it's the end of the month, tomorrow on Monday, my team will be sending invoices to my clients because I also have another business that I run that is social media management for other businesses. So invoices will be sent out on Monday. So basically money is flowing in from a lot of different places, and I just want to emphasize that this is all just coming from my iPhone. I don't carry around a laptop. If you don't already know, I am a nomadic entrepreneur and living like this since the beginning of 2023 when actually my 16-inch MacBook Air, I hadn't used it for a couple months, and when I opened it, the weather in Thailand is quite humid, and I think it got like water damage because it wouldn't turn on. So actually that was just extra motivation for me to switch over to mobile, and now I'm not going back. Since the 24th, which was 6 days ago, I have already earned more than $3,000 if I keep this up. So $3,000, 6 days, $3,000 a week. If you maintain this, then that is $12,000 a month if you maintain that week over week. I've already reached my objective of a $10,000 month. So now my new just fun objective is I would like to reach $20,000 a month. And I know I'm going to get there. I'm confident. It's just a matter of time, getting the appropriate knowledge and guidance, having consistency, continuing to invest in my team, and building the right systems. And the reason why I chose specifically to talk about money and throw these figures around is because I think as a society, and especially for women, we have been unconsciously influenced to believe it is shameful to talk about money. Which is kind of funny because yet at the same time, there seems to be this contradiction in society where everyone wants to have more money, but then they're also ashamed to talk about it. And you often hear these common narrative tropes where wanting more money is greedy. I would hear that a lot from my mom. And rich people are bad. Well, oftentimes that's what Democrats say about Republicans in the States. They're like, oh yeah, Republicans are rich and that was what I grew up around. I grew up in a democratic California, so I heard that a lot as well growing up. So here is my current thought process. There are good ways and bad ways to earn money, and let me explain more. So I read this book a couple years ago that I really liked. It was called Happy Money, which I think was written originally in Japanese by the author Ken Honda. I absolutely love this book. I have tons of notes on this book. And then one concept that this book talks about, as the title describes, is happy money. Money that sits in your wallet and smiles. What does this mean? I'm going to read a quote from this book. If the money is given out of love, gratitude, or happiness, the money will be smiling, even laughing, because it will be imbued with positive energy from the giver. Oh, I love it. So this is how I interpret this. So let's imagine, for example, your favorite cafe. So for example, my favorite cafe in Samui Island is called Vikasa Life Cafe. And their food and beverages it's a bit expensive, but it is good quality and it's designed by a professional chef. And also you are paying for like the beautiful view in the cafe. It's like some of the most stunning views on the island. And so for me personally, the price that I pay is worth it because I get a lot of work done at this cafe. I feel very peaceful being in a beautiful location, and I feel wealthy. I feel really good. So you can tell that a lot of intention has been put into the decor and the food for the cafe. And when I pay my bill at Vacasa, I am very happy to pay. So that would be like a case of happy money. And this is as opposed to scenarios where you feel like you have gotten ripped off, where you paid more than what something was worth. So my goal for my students is to build happy money scenarios where you work to build a business that you love and believe in. Your clients are happy with the results, and you have a very healthy relationship with your team. And notice how I say team and not employees. Sometimes I think the wording choice that you choose is very important. More on this in a future episode. In essence, you are getting paid happy money from your clients, and these clients become reoccurring clients because they're happy with your service, they're happy to pay you, and then these reoccurring clients start referring other clients to you, and the happy money just keeps on flowing in. So that is my objective for my business, and that is my objective for you. Now I am going to talk about an insight that I had this past week that I think is going to help me magnify my income even more, and I'm sharing this with you because maybe will be a helpful insight for you as well. And this is the concept of tracking your money that is coming in. This might sound naive and amateur to some of you, maybe not to others, but like for me personally, up until the 24th of this month, I have not been closely tracking my money coming in. So I have money coming in from many different avenues. I have bank transfers from different countries, TransferWise transfers, Stripe payments, etc. So it's not as simple as just looking at one single bank statement and seeing what is coming in. And it wasn't until I started listening to the Audible book, Get Rich, Lucky Bitch, that I started to realize the importance of tracking your money, because what you focus on amplifies. And now I'm going to share another quote from my previous book recommendation, Happy Money, that I love. I just love how he speaks. So he says, "The key to happy money is appreciation. Arigato your money all the time. When it comes in, arigato. When it goes out, arigato. Then you start appreciating everything." Ken Honda. And if you don't already know, arigato means thank you in Japanese. And I love this so much. Because when I don't track my money coming in, that is basically me not showing any appreciation for it. And just like in a relationship where you neglect and don't show appreciation for your partner, if you neglect and don't show appreciation for your money that you already have coming in, don't be surprised that you don't see more money coming in. So this is the conclusion that I've currently come to, is that if you can't responsibly manage $1,000, then you can't responsibly manage $10,000, and you can't responsibly manage $100,000. So why not let's start setting up these good money habits now, at whatever income point we are at currently. So now, with that being said, this past week, I keep all of my money coming in, and the money that is scheduled to come in tracked on a Notion document in my iPhone. And thanks to this living document, my team and I will know when to send invoices. We know how much money is scheduled to come in. And now I think we're showing a lot more appreciation for it. Up until the 24th of this month, I have never tracked my money coming in. And because of that, I would always forget to send invoices. And I'm embarrassed to say I have multiple thousands of dollars of unpaid invoices that are now too late to send because it has been more than a year. The fact that I haven't sent these invoices is also due to the fact that I have had money blocks. I don't know if you've ever heard of this term, like money blocks. And I have felt shame around receiving money. And that has been due to my upbringing. Growing up, I was kind of raised to just focus on performance and getting good grades. I was discouraged from earning money, which sounds weird, but people in an Asian household might understand. Anyways, this stops today. We're going to start tracking money. We're going to start showing more appreciation for money. And yeah, with that being said, I now have a $3,000 week coming in, which sets me on track to having a $12,000 month. And I think I'm happy with how much we have talked about on this podcast. And we're going to end here and move on to the hot seat coaching part of the program. So thank you for tuning in. Voila.